Hey guys, today I am showing you my favorite fall hot drink. If you're new here, welcome, and please like and subscribe. You're gonna need a chai tea, some milk or half and half, some ground ginger, cinnamon, honey, and coconut oil and butter. So of course, put some water to boil for your tea. You don't need much because you want to brew this tea really strong. Maybe a quarter cup of water with like a tablespoon of loose tea leaves or 2 to 3 bags of chai tea. While that is heating, I'm gonna prepare my tea bag. And this tea is so gorgeous. It has orange peels, ginger, cloves, black pepper, star anise, cardamom. I mean, it is packed with good stuff. And black tea has a lot of good benefits as well. So, normally for a cup of tea, you would need about a teaspoon, maybe a quarter of this, but I'm putting in a bunch. So yes, this special drink does make you go through your tea faster, but I don't have it every day, and it is so worth it because it is so delicious. You'll see. So I'm actually just gonna put this straight into the tea kettle just to make it easier. I'm gonna put it in there in the water, and that way it'll already be steeping for me. Now in a little saucepan, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of coconut oil, a tablespoon of butter, just a little bit of the ginger and cinnamon, and maybe a quarter cup to half a cup of milk. I'm just gonna let that steep for a little while. It's not really something that someone gave me a recipe for. I kind of had to figure it out. I had it at a friend's house and I kept asking, like, how do you make it? How do you make it? And I would try to make it and it would always come out too milky. And the secret was making the tea really, really strong. So once I figured that out, I was good. So this coconut oil is totally melted because yesterday I was in my kitchen all day and I had it going so hot in this room. I was pretty surprised to see that it was melted. A little butter. And then I put my ginger in there already and just a little cinnamon. I mean, like not even a quarter teaspoon, just a little sprinkle. Probably like an eighth. And this is for me and my children, so even less than that for you, just like a little sprinkle. So now here's the milk, the oil, the butter, the cinnamon, and the ginger, and I'm gonna heat it up. I also add turmeric to it sometimes, which I think I'm gonna do today. But this, not much, because you don't want it to taste too strong with turmeric. Now we'll get this nice and hot, melt all the butter, get it all combined, and then we'll add the strong tea to that. And then the last step is to use the immersion blender, or the immersion blender to make it all frothy. I like to wait until it's already warm before adding my honey, just to keep as much of the medicinal properties there as possible. And also, be careful with the immersion blender. Don't choose a shallow or narrow cup. I usually use my wide and deeper measuring cup because those things are strong and they just can shoot all the liquid up out of the cup and you can get burned and make a big old mess. So I use my 4-cup measuring cup. So I used to use this one and it did not go so well. So I used this bigger one. That way you're safe. If you wanted to make a big batch of this drink, you could use the actual blender. I've done that before for a ladies event where I just made like a big batch and then used the blender and put it in one of those coffee dispensers that you just, there's a special name for them. I can't think of it right now, but that was a hit. There was one more thing I wanted to say. The honey the turmeric, the immersion blender warning. I think that's it. So let me stir this up. This is getting hot. And letting this steep for a long time is also important because you want the tea to be really strong. And I know this seems very involved for just one drink, but trust me, on those slow fall and winter days, when you have a little time on your hands and you want to treat yourself to something delicious, you will take the time because it's delicious. I'm gonna put this in here to keep steeping. And the way you know that you did it right is if the drink looks a little brownish instead of just white. And that's how it used to look for me all the time until I discovered my tea was too weak. So you see how it doesn't look white and milky? You can see the coloring that the tea gave it. And of course you see butter and stuff there too, but I'll show you after I blend it. I'm gonna let it continue to steep in the milk and stuff, and in a few minutes this will be ready for blending and drinking. I'm squeezing this tea bag because I want every bit of that strong chai flavor in my tea. So I guess you can call this like a chai latte. So you can tell that it's not milky white. You can see that it's more of a brown color. And that's what you want. If it's not, then you need stronger tea. I'm telling you, the first few times I made this, it was like milk. It was awful. Me and my husband were like, well, still haven't figured out that recipe, but now I got it. So the reason you want to blend it is because the butter keeps dividing. So once you blend it, it gets all frothy and amazing. And I never just press the button and go, nee. I just pulse it one like that. Watch. Because I'm pretty sure that even in this taller, wider cup, if I just pushed it and kept holding it down, it would splatter everywhere. Don't want to do that. That will destroy your relaxing, yummy drink. It will make it a mess. A painful mess, and you're never gonna want to do it again. It's ready for serving. I'm so excited. This is the first time I drank this all year, so it's gonna be yummy. My little fall cup with my doggies. So sweet. Cheers. Just as good as I remember it. Oh my word. Okay. This is why it's worth making this drink, because it tastes like heaven. Heaven. And this is like a meal. You can have this for breakfast with all that good healthy fat in there. It'll keep you full till lunch. So I hope you try it. Totally let me know. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you guys, and see you next time.